welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we're reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 18. Before we start, T, tell them what to do.
Smash that thumbs up button.
The
Subscribe
hell
to
is
this
that?
channel. I was waiting on D. Oh
The
sure.
thing, y'all. Like, D is like, he's a whole football star. So I can't wait. I'm going to put together like a little montage of when he started to now where he's absent. He just comes through like maybe here or there and, you know, give us
It's
a little
authentic.
something. All right, so the show starts. They're still at this whack ass baby reveal that they're having in a coffee shop.
Is that where they were at?
I was like, it's nobody's even there besides them few people.
Tiffany is not likable though. Who would be there?
I would not have no baby reveal. I don't need y'all people breathing all over my baby, and I don't even like half of you. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
they gave us a little pan. We did see a little cupcake and a little, yang yang. That lady
Well, like
blew
I
it.
said, the
Whoever
food
the
they said the
lady
food
is,
was good.
huh?
They said the food was
They said
good.
the food was good. We don't know. Whoever that lady is, she blew her opportunity by letting the rain keep her from setting up her situation because of even the way they were sitting, you couldn't even see nothing. Like it just looked like a coffee shop. Anyway, Tisha gets there. This is how late that lady was. Tisha gets there. She's like, "Did I miss any games or anything?" And they're like, "Nah, you ain't missed nothing."
Uh-uh.
They've been sitting there that whole time waiting for them people to set up, and the energy is real weird. They're acting so weird. The only person that even really spoke to her was Mel. What is Stormy acting? Stormy,
That probably was after her husband had the meeting with Marcel.
well, listen, that'll make things awkward. So, but this is
You
why you
do
have a
because you
conversation
don't
with
know.
people.
You do because you don't know what Marcel went back and said to Tisha, and we know how Tisha is.
But Tisha said they had a conversation.
It did, but it's probably before her husband had a meeting with Marcel. We saw you.
I needed my chips. He,
Uh-huh.
he was trying to slide through there real quick. Um, yeah, they were acting
That's what
weird.
I'm
Like,
thinking.
and plus, they were talking about it before she walked in the door. Before she walked in the door, they were having a conversation about the expo and who said what and all of that. Finally, Kimmy like says, "Well, we were talking about the expo," and Tisha's like tired of talking about that. I'm tired of talking about it too. I am. Um, Kimmy thinks that feedback is good, and Tisha says she don't want no feedback. I mean, generally, if I have an event, I do kind of would like to get some feedback so I can know, you know what I'm saying, where I can do some things differently if need be. But she doesn't want any feedback. She says she don't feel like it's coming from a good place, and it's kind of not.
Well, here's my thing. When I sit back and watch this, with the exception of Mel, who said, nah,
From the beginning,
I don't think I'm going to be a part of this. Y'all putting it all on Tisha, but Kimmy, Maurice, Martell, this was your event as well. So if the shit was fucked up, y'all all was a
it's
part of
not just Tisha. And I said that. I
it.
said, Kimmy, you had reservations from the very beginning. When the whole shit first started, you had reservations and you kept saying, you don't understand, you don't understand. And so
But you
now
stayed
that
in it.
it's over, you confused. And you said Marcel was the biggest problem.
But here's the thing. If I came to this and said, this is my idea, but we're doing this as a group. If you agree to do it as a group, And the shit was fucked
Everybody
up.
got
You just as much responsible as they were. Cause y'all put your name on it. Mel said, nah, I don't want
nope.
to do it. Y'all stayed there.
I think we've all been in positions where we've had somebody that we knew their situation was gonna be some mess, and you're like, nah, I don't think so. I'll come. Do you need me to bring some paper plates?
Right. I'll show up like
Right.
Mel did. But I'm like, y'all got a lot of nerve. You and Maurice.
Well, and also, why do we need a town hall? Kimmy, a town hall to do what?
Oh, Kimmy, you also sat there and agreed with everything the teacher said when it was the two of y'all. Even though you said something different in the confessional that you agreed with Stormy and Tiffany, you sat there and fed into the bullshit. So Tisha don't feel like she wrong. And you didn't sit there and tell her that she was wrong then. So don't sit up here now and say, well, I think we should blah blah blah. Cause that should have been a conversation y'all had when y'all was one on one. And you didn't do that.
Well, okay, the shit went left because Nell is still talking about why wasn't she asked? Nell,
Nail.
stop.
This shit was some bullshit. I don't even know why.
Why are you
Nail,
so caught up in,
Nail.
yeah, you should be glad you didn't have your name
That's what I'm
attached
gonna
to it.
say. Nail's story should have been. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't show up to that, child.
No, her and
I'm
Chris want
glad.
to be
I
known as
told Chris.
a power
I
couple.
told Chris to forget about it. I'm glad we didn't go. That's what your story should be. Not caring that you wasn't part of the bullshit.
And then,
Mm-mm.
okay, so Tisha says she didn't see why they needed to have invitations, like specifically. That's why they put it on the internet. And that's why all these people were signed up that y'all did not know nothing about, because it was on the internet. Like, we know where they messed up. But again, like you said, so who was supposed to be policing that? You already knew. What did Tisha do it all by herself?
So that's my whole thing. What was y'all sitting there having meetings about?
About who gonna do what?
Y'all never got down to that. That never came across nobody's mind. Y'all sat there and let them do that. So who on y'all? And Nail, girl, I like Nail, but you was just you was ready to jump on that girl. You was ready to come in and jump on that girl. You wouldn't let it go. And she was
She
giving
was
her, they was
definitely
going,
activated. Nell was.
yeah, they were
But
going
I
toe to
enjoyed her
toe.
all the same. Like, like I wish she would have piped down just a little bit and still came to ask the same questions, but she came in hot. It felt like, I'm like, Marcel is the one that was messed everything up, asking people for $100. That's where the shit went left. So Tisha is getting beat up over everything that Marcel did to piss people off.
Tisha is getting beat up because Tisha defended Marceau.
She defended
If
it.
she would have
Yeah.
said, "I agree," when they had that conversation, if she would have said, "I agree," and I told him that I didn't
That
agree
wasn't right.
with that, and that would have been the end of it. But she couldn't do that. She had to be, "I don't appreciate the way you was talking to my husband," all that shit.
I also think like that was a Marcel moment, like at the expo. Like when they seen all them people signed up, they start then shifted the shit to $100. Like that never was a thing until he
Hmm
seen how many people showed up. I want Maurice to stop acting like he gave this nigga $100. That's,
Maurice did not. He's so fake. He's not even a good actor. He's not. When
you
she
know, when
said
I
it,
was watching that scene, I was thinking about you because I was like, look at his faces. Why is he doing that?
he's a liar.
Ugh. Are we there yet? Did I skip anything that I
I
have
think
written
you
down?
did, but Yeah, because you skipped over the whole
Oh,
Stormy
okay.
telling
So
her
Tiffany's
husband.
nursing the baby, and she can't wait to get her
Yeah,
happy ass over to that table to get involved in the mess. Poor Ace was sitting there looking like, what in the fuck?
looking like his daddy.
Like his daddy. Oh, and his daddy is the ran away from Tiffany. He's all of a sudden the traveling person.
Traveling doing what?
I don't know
He
because I've
been
only
in
ever seen
he
him at
been
the
in that
Batting Cave.
little he been in the back cave ever since we seen that. Now his ass is
Now all of
traveling.
a sudden he's on the road.
Come on. Come on.
Lewis said after that encounter with them Scott brothers and Martell, he was like, I'm not cut out for this because I'm
Mm-mm.
not gonna fight three niggas.
Mm-mm.
Um, he just says he's over that shit. She don't want to talk about it anymore. She doesn't want any feedback, and fuck all y'all for keep asking me about this. It don't even matter where the money's going, y'all. It don't. If you want to do an expo, do it yourself. Now Tisha walked away from the table, and then Stormy went to go get her, only to bring her back to that table and call her husband a woman and a lady and a bitch.
She was like, come back. We're not done. What you talking about?
I don't
Nell
know.
said, what Nell said, I get her some shade if she had talked about Chris like that. I said some
See,
shade.
that's what I was saying. Like she had to sit there and take that too. Like they calling your husband a bitch, talk about he should have a week. The whole table was like, oh, dang,
Now that's the one time I thought she was gonna pipe up and she didn't.
she didn't, because he is.
Well, when you're right, honey.
That sucks for her. Um, yeah. So Maurice is a bad actor. We're to that.
Yeah.
First of all, Micah, why is Micah the project manager if you are not surprised that he's not caught up to schedule?
Micah, I'm assuming, is over there working on Scott Manor as well.
No, he's not.
Jeez.
So they all do construction.
I guess so.
Huntsville people, are y'all out here hiring the Scots to do your redesigns, your makeovers, and things of that? Are we out here contracting the Scots?
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, Kimmy was telling him what went on at the baby reveal and how this whole thing with the $100 is growing legs. And my thing is, the conversation is about $100. So it's just such a small amount of money to still be talking about.
Child. Yep.
How many $100 do they think he got? At the end of the day, Stormy and Tiffany should have been able to look at the thing and be like, yeah, like you said, this was some bullshit thrown together. Stormy had to, they already know that the shit was some bullshit. So,
It was some
um,
bullshit. That's why y'all ain't want to do business with them in the first place.
she tells Maurice what Marceau said about Mel selling t-shirts, and he kept like, oh boy, and laughing. I was like, it's weird how Kimmy talks her way through the conversation, answering for both of them. You know what I'm saying? In order to make Maurice appear to be some type of way while he sits there making them stupid ass faces. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
he's not calling what you call it, Marceau, what did he call him? Some kind of asshole. I don't know. I feel like they're one and the same. Every time I see Maurice now, I don't see nothing different between him and his brother. They're the
Well,
same.
I felt like when she said that, and she said that he said that you didn't pay, he was looking like, now he did threw me back under the bus, and I'm trying to have his back. And you know what I'm saying? He just threw me under the bus. So I'm
But
gonna have to talk
again,
to him about that.
I was over at Black and I gave him $100. Like that seems like something that should have maybe been discussed at a meeting. Like, how many people have paid?
So you did that after the fact, after?
Uh,
And then you said, I felt like if I paid, then my stuff should have been as big as Stormy. Once
Did Kenny
again,
have a
y'all didn't
booth?
discuss that.
Did he just pay for his booth, or did he pay for both of the booths? Because he couldn't have if he only gave $100. They don't even have their story straight. They sound a fool. That's why
Exactly.
I'm like, it's $100. Stop it.
Come on.
Because for me, I would just be like, yeah, I don't know what they be doing over there. So next time with the expo, I'm gonna just say I'll come, but I don't know if I can do anything more than that. Speaking on a
Yeah.
panel. And to be honest, I don't feel like any of them are articulate enough to be speaking on a panel about anything. That's where the money should have went. They
We
should have
still don't
paid
know what
people to
Maurice.
do.
We still don't know what Maurice do. So Maurice
But
remind me of all them
we don't
girls
know what
on
Maurice does,
American.
but they talk about Tiffany.
Maurice remind me of them girls on American Gangster Female Edition that be doing all that credit repair, and you see them locked up later.
And they always be having properties under construction.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm. These fools, I don't know. Every time I see scenes now with Kimmy and Maurice, I get irritated because I don't like it. And then I hate how she like speaks in this way that his opinion is somehow, important or logical or any of these things. He's no different than his damn brother. Um, Mel went down to the daycare to visit Mel, and we know that first of all, they're gonna wear me out, making me say Mel and Nell. That's not fair.
Mhm.
Mel went over to the daycare, and it's clear that this was just about airing out Marceau and getting down to that
Mhm.
business. Mel came with a list of things to do. So she's tired of y'all talking shit about her.
Mhm.
And here we go.
Mhm.
And Nell is here for the mess, clearly. So what we did learn is what I was thinking, that they did not make any money at the expo. She said they be trying to make people think they made money, and that's not really the case.
Because make money how?
Listen,
Right.
every time I have an event, if I break even, I'm lucky. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, it's
Yeah,
never.
but even if you have event, if you sell, you're selling pieces. What was they doing? They were just showcasing other people's business, right? So how was they expecting to make money? That
I don't
hundred
know,
dollars,
because if I'm a vendor and I have a product, it's definitely worth it to me to give these people $100 and go
right?
sell my
And
stuff.
y'all wasn't even charging them that until the other people came in. So y'all just got them couple of $100. They ain't make no money.
They didn't make any money. And that makes sense to me what she said. I was like, I don't even know why we're still talking about $100. If he had said $1,000 or $1,200, then I would have been like, okay, well maybe he did something. They said $100. I'm like, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He may have made enough to pay for them the venue, to rent the venue. How much is that? 2,500 at best. Anyway,
You had investors, right? Ain't that what they paid for? I would think.
but even then, see, Maurice said something like he needed the $100 for sponsorship,
But
and
I
I'm
thought
like,
they had sponsorships
that's
that paid for it.
not how that works. That's not how
Maurice
sponsorship
just lied.
works.
That's what
What are
I'm
you
saying. He's
talking
just a
about?
liar. He's a liar.
That's why you get the sponsors to
Mm-hmm.
um. Mel's still mad that they. I mean, Nell, she's still mad that Scott's up there trying to act like they didn't know she had a business. So she takes that shit very seriously. I get it. But I feel like they just playing in your face. So they
Mm-hmm.
know what it is. Cut it out. When he sat up there and said, I thought you was just Fletcher's pretty wife, you knew what it was. And they said that. She said that Marcel has an issue with women. They all
Yeah.
do. All of them.
Yeah.
Except for
All of
Louis.
them.
I ain't seen Louis exhibit those type of behaviors, but Autumn Scotts and Martell
Mm-hmm.
have an issue with women. Not Courtney. And you know what's weird? I was thinking about that. Courtney, when he showed his mother, you could see why.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just that little interaction and how she behaved. Like, you know, you won't see her over here doing whatever Stormy's mama is doing, but that's a different kind of mother. Marlene wasn't there. We don't the Scotts, where's their mama?
She there.
I don't
We
remember
think we
seeing her.
seen her. She was in that wheelchair. She was like at the very like maybe the first season or
They
something
don't
like that.
really engage with her. She doesn't have nothing to do with the show. So
No, she probably ain't on that because I think she looked like she handicapped.
well, that's the smartest thing they could have done. But none of them on the show have a good relationship with women. So yeah. And then she was talking about how Tisha was claiming to have 85% on ownership in the company, in the business, and that she had no idea that Fletch and Miss Nell be down to the black.
And see, when Tisha asked her that, I think Tisha just wanted to say, "Well, I own 80," because she knew
She thought
that
she was flexing. She
she
did
thought it
not
was a flex.
realize,
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not
that's what she was
realize
doing.
she sounded a fool. And then when Nell was like, you owe 85% of something and then you allowed them to kick you out. Well, we've been saying that.
We've been saying all of this. We even been saying what when Mel was like, why she got 80%. Hell, we said that when she said she had 80%. We talked about woman led business and how they
Businesses,
get
yeah, yeah,
grants
yeah.
and stuff.
But
So
I
I'm
guess
like, we
like I guess Mel is finally deciding to go ahead and attach the two. Yeah.
yeah, we knew that.
We knew when we met Tisha, she was inside the house taking care of him. She wasn't allowed to go nowhere, and pretty much she was getting her degree for fun, not to actually use.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. So she
Hmm.
went from that to because even when she wanted to do the little speaking engagements, he didn't want her to do that either. He was always trying to like throw a
He
wrench
wanted
into
he said that
everything.
wasn't their agreement.
That's what he said.
He had her on there with old boy that he can't be on there no more because he was messing with them little kids. But he had her on there with their other friend and
Oh, Sadaric.
Sadarik and was
Yeah.
talking. Sadarik's wife wasn't allowed to speak and none of that. And so he wanted Tisha to hang more with Sadarik's wife. Yeah. Because he said, you think
Well,
I'm bad. You should see how
again,
Sadarik does his
I
wife.
feel like that's what Nell has been doing. She's been bringing out like out loud on the show all the stuff that we've been saying this whole time. Um, if you can use Chris as an alibi for when you was out of town, you can stop acting like you don't know the people like that.
Hmm.
So they took it a certain type of way, as they should. But yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, Tisha thinks she's flexing. She sounds stupid. She said, Mel said they were also like doing some type of raising money to buy a house for a family, and they had only raised like $300 so far. And then she tried to show Nell, and then she was like, "Oh, we blocked each other, so I'm not, I'm not doing that." And I don't blame her. I'm like, I know she don't want to see them, and it's funny because on their social media, all they ever put out is like, you know, like they balling and they happy and they love each other so much. That's the stuff that they put out.
I don't follow none of them people.
I don't follow them either, but I have looked on their social media pages, and I guess Mel doesn't. I do follow Mel. Mel doesn't want to see that. I feel it. So we have to have this unnecessary conversation with Marceau, which I hate. I hate that. Oh, hold on. Back up. Kiki.
Child.
This made
Oh.
me really uncomfortable. I mean,
Let me say this. Let me say this. Cause I'm just over here shooting the shit. Y'all like it, don't like it. It is what it is. I watch a lot of people, and a lot of people to me that review the show. I don't know if y'all just don't want to say the wrong thing about Kiki, but we don't want to jump to conclusions and all of this. Kiki doesn't even look the same.
she
Do y'all
doesn't look
see her?
well. I said that. I was like, this ain't even the same Kiki that was at the
It's
thing in the blue
not.
dress. I'm like, look at her skin, her edges is all like wore
It's
out. And
we not gonna sit up here and act like that is something not right with Kiki. Now,
I'm confused because how far back does this whole addiction thing go? Like they introduced it to us like she just ran into this little pill problem for a minute and now she's okay. And now it's turned into a whole when when I watch Kiki now, it makes me feel like I did when Brianna was on Growing Up Hip Hop, and I was like, no,
when
I don't
Brianna
want
was
to
in
watch
that
this.
grass,
I don't think I
yeah,
was feeling bad for her husband. Like he is really real life going through it because
mm-hmm.
now the people got to go to his work, and his wife was over here on Crime Stopper. Stop acting like that was not Kiki at the Home Depot,
It was
whatever it was.
definitely Kiki. And Kiki said not that she didn't want to go to the birthday party, I mean the baby reveal because she didn't want to deal with the questions. She said she didn't go because she was back in the hospital again because she wasn't feeling good. We come on, y'all. Y'all need to stop. Kiki need help.
And I feel like you didn't want to answer the questions, and that's okay too. That's why you shouldn't have been there. Like, I don't feel like because that Tiffany was gonna wear your ass out. Tisha
Mhm.
ended up taking all of the heat because
Mhm.
Tiffany didn't come.
Mhm.
I mean, Kiki didn't come. I'm with you. That man is tired. He said it's a lot on one person. It's a lot.
It
And
is.
she's sitting up there fanning. I was like, Kiki don't look right.
She don't even look the same. Her skin don't look. And we used to talk about, oh, Kiki just as cute. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Kiki and Tisha, and they just a cute little family.
Family,
Even Miss
yeah.
Wanda, cute. Her face was looking ashy. I was looking at her lips. They was looking so dry. I was like, that's not even the Kiki that we was introduced to. And we ain't gonna sit up here and act like it's normal. It's nothing normal. It's not.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Not at all. And that's why she doesn't belong here.
She don't.
She just doesn't belong here. I mean, her kids got to go to school and all of that. And I'm like, I don't want to go down that road. So let's do something else. Um, yeah, Melvin had this
It was
conversation.
like, wait a minute, it was like Kim on Beverly Hills. You know how it had turned? That's what it reminds me of. When you could see it like her addiction had got bad. Kim
A
with her
couple
being
of
an
them, a
alcoholic.
couple of those housewives have gone through, or I mean, reality show stars that we've looked at,
Mm-hmm.
and and some other stuff was going on. Um, yeah, I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
am very uncomfortable watching this
Mm-hmm.
scene right now because it
Mm-hmm.
seems like too much is going on. This is somebody's reality on a different level. Um, Mel meets up with Marcel. I don't know why I mean, I know why we had to do this because Mel had to get her one off, but I mean, I feel like it's silly to be trying to make logic with Marcel, who's going on purpose just say something stupid as if he thinks you think he's making sense because I don't believe that. He said he liked her energy. She said it was a conscious effort. Like I had to woo style my ass when I came over here to have this conversation with you. And they got into basically what was said about her when they went to dinner with the Fletchers. And I'm like, why would you even say that to the Fletchers when you know, like you said that because you wanted her to find out? Or were you testing them to see what type of people they were, whether they were repeated or not?
Ain't no telling what Marcel.
Well, he sat up there and said basically he doesn't have any type of respect for e-commerce, as if that's the only thing she does, as if she didn't choose them to be on this show, as if he doesn't promote all of his other businesses through this show. Like, stop.
Mm-hmm. Like as if what he do is such on a high level
What
with his
do he
construction that
do?
everybody else is just,
Come on, talk about he don't have no respect for it. You sound stupid saying you don't have no respect for the way you trying to make your money. That sounds crazy.
So just because you saying you don't have no respect, I hope you don't sell another bottle of that black. You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
bought
saying?
none.
Or Tisha's hair
Tisha,
care, whatever she out there pushing.
Isaiah slapped,
I
she
hope
just
y'all
slapped
don't
her
sell
name.
another article.
I was like, Tisha started out with a podcast, with the mommy podcast. And well, what does she do too? What does Tisha do?
I don't know. She ain't got an office. She just floating around. Maybe they'll let her in their new office over there with Kimmy now.
Anyway,
Oh, they had put her in the back. Remember, old boy had put her in the shed in the back. Remember, they was building that little shed for her
to
that
do
they
what?
had took
What
the
did she
picture.
do? What did she do?
Child, I don't know. The last time we seen her, she was with her cousin talking about she doing real estate. I don't know.
She was doing real estate, and then
Mhm.
she had to take a meeting with Martell because she wasn't comfortable with, I'm like, y'all, come on. So yeah, I mean, Mel let her have it, and then I didn't like her saying like, "You playing with me, and you think Tisha gonna be playing when she leave your ass?" And I was like, "See, that's why you didn't even have to come over here, because first of all, Tisha ain't going no damn where."
They ain't going nowhere.
And he
Mm-mm.
sits there with that smirk on his face, like and she just, I would want to hit him in the face with a coffee cup.
Mm-mm.
And that's how the
But I'm
episode
glad.
ended.
Yeah, I'm glad she's like, this is his ass, and Keisha ass basically is just too dumb. And she just rolling with her damn husband. Basically, she didn't say that, but I said it.
Well, and it's like all that shit is out there on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? They're being sued. Like the eyes is on him, and Marcel didn't have no allies. Everybody was on his ass. Courtney, Stormy, they got a real business.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
not over here playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Child.
also feel like Tisha, this whole expo thing, I feel like Tisha saw this as this moment to showcase herself as that girl, and her husband sabotaged her by
Epic fail.
epic
It was an
fail. Like,
epic fail.
even if like the little stuff that did go wrong would have, you know what I'm saying? If he hadn't sabotaged her shit, she would have received the criticism very differently. It just would have
Yep.
been different. But
Yep.
nope, he didn't want her to get that moment. So yeah, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville. You want to tell them what to do?
Y'all go ahead, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, drop down in the comments, and let's talk, and we'll see you next time.
See you
Bye,
on the
y'all.
next one. Bye.